Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Advice to Students, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. In today's satsang, we will study the memory power, also known as Smriti in Hindi and Sanskrit. And as you know, memory is an extremely important function in our daily lives. So, having a keen memory is very important in your practical life as well as in your spiritual evolution. From a practical point of view, if your memory is weak, you will encounter difficulties not only in school but in every aspect of your life. If you truly understand what vast potentiality lies hidden in your mind, you will realize that you are capable of amazing powers of mental retention. You can unfold these powers and train your memory to serve you well by using these techniques. Develop keen attention. When you are inattentive, you frequently forget things. On the other hand, when you develop attention, you're always able to remember the things which are important in practical life. Therefore, devote some time every day to focusing or concentrating the mind. If you do not do this, forgetfulness becomes normal. Concentration and meditation, japa, repetition of your mantra, and satsangs or good association are all effectively related to improving your memory. Remember what you read. So try to increase your concentration when you read. You can accomplish this with the help of a simple exercise. Study a small passage from a book with an alert but relaxed mind. Then close the book and try to see how much you can remember from that passage. Do this exercise again and again, and gradually you will develop greater memory power. Learn to associate ideas. It becomes much easier to memorize things when you develop the technique of idea association. For example, suppose you have to remember a number like 539. It is helpful to build an association with each number. If you are philosophically oriented, you may associate the number 5 with the five elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. So it's easy. You'll always remember. Similarly, the number 3 may remind you of the three gunas: sattva, rajas, and tamas. So, the number 9 is a number that possesses a unique constancy. Always, when you take the result of 9 and add the result, the answer is always a 9. So, that way you will remember the number 539 always. This is just one example, of course, and you can use this technique in other ideas as well. If you're required to remember various key points about one of your school subjects, you may try to come up with a symbolic letter that represents each point and then form those letters into a word you can easily remember. For example, in my grade school, we were once asked to memorize 10 factors that determine the climatic conditions for a place. I still remember the acronym called LANDS forms. L for latitude, A for altitude, N for nearness to the sea, D for direction of the prevailing winds, S for soil, F for forest, O for ocean, R for rain, M for mountains, and S for slope. In this way, all 10 points were easily remembered. So you make a mnemonic out of it. In our ashram in Miami, Swami Lalitananda has composed a song entitled Life is a Delight. D refers to discipline, E to energy, L to reverence for life, I to have integrity, G to remember God, H to harmony, and T for truth. Each time you sing about delight, you remember so many valuable ideas in your practical life. So, in this way, you can use these techniques and start improving your memory. Focus on what is important. Different types of jobs require different types of memory skills. If you are a policeman, you should remember how tall a person is, the color of his mustache, what types of glasses he wears, etc. If you are not a policeman, you do not have to torture your mind trying to remember these minute details. Do not make your mind a garbage can that holds all kinds of unnecessary memories. Rather, you must be selective. Remember things that ought to be remembered and forget things that ought to be forgotten. Generally, people do the opposite. They remember things that are unnecessary and forget things that are important. As a result, their minds become cluttered and their lives are lived in turmoil. When you are studying your schoolwork, you must learn the art of going after the essentials, not the non essentials. With good concentration, you can know immediately which points to focus on and how to organize those points so that your mind can grasp them and recall them in the future. Handle exams skillfully. What is the difference between one who gets good grades in an exam and one who does not? Sometimes the difference is very little. Both may have memorized and understood the same things, but the student who gets the higher grade knows the art of test taking. When you have to answer questions on an examination, plan your time in such a way that you answer the questions you are sure of first and do not sit brooding with tension over the ones that seem more difficult. As you answer the ones you know, you build up self confidence and your mind also relaxes. Then, even the difficult questions may begin to seem more reasonable, and you realize that you remember more than you thought you did in the beginning. So, strengthen your will. Memory, will, and thoughts are all related, just as fire, heat, and light are related. If you have a strong will, you will be able to remember things well. Never say to yourself, "Oh, I'm a weak person." Always affirm the positive. Internally, you are not weak. Your possibilities and your resources are endless. So, affirm, come up with the affirmation, "My memory is improving and becoming stronger every day." And then work for it also. Have confidence in yourself. Discover higher forms of memory. By adopting simple methods such as these, you can enhance the practical aspects of your memory. But a greater goal before you in life is to cultivate the kind of memory that helps you to learn meaningful lessons from the past. Such a memory shows you how to handle adversity wisely, how to make decisions thoughtfully, and how to develop your relationship with others harmoniously. A healthy memory of this type enables you to recall an experience from the past without undue egoistic distortion or exaggeration. Such a memory is illumined by virtue and wisdom and serves as a noble instrument for your spiritual evolution. As you mature, you learn that it is a virtue to forget certain negative happenings in life. If someone has harmed you in some way, try with a philosophical understanding to forgive them. Face him with an open mind, not with a memory of his wrongdoing. If you cannot do this, negative thoughts will start pouring into your mind like the monsoon rains. The resulting unhealthy memories will then create pain and poison your mind. A healthy memory, on the other hand, causes positive memories to flourish. In that relaxed and happy mind, you will recollect mystical experiences of harmony, of inner fulfillment, of divine grace. This is a highly advanced form of memory which elevates your personality and helps you to attain intuitional revelation of the self. Only in a relaxed mind can you recollect, "I am Brahman, the absolute self, not this mortal personality." That revelation is the highest recollection possible. With that revelation, memory reaches its climax. With that remembrance, all fetters, all limitations are destroyed, and all karmas are annihilated. You become one with Brahman or God, the Absolute Self. And last but not the least, always remember to pray to Goddess Saraswati, the giver of wisdom and music. She is holding the Vedas in her hand. So if you chant the mantra Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha every morning, and you do these things as we have discussed in this satsang, you will notice a drastic improvement in your memory power. So with this we conclude our satsang for today, and I will see you in tomorrow's satsang, where we will discuss how to bring order into your life. Hari Om Tat Sat.